that struggle for a long time, and I saw on the agenda tonight that they're talking about evaluations. I've had a long torrid history with evaluations in the district. What they're introducing tonight to the public, we had a TEA scare problem that started about 7 or 8 months ago. As of today, this is the first time where they're saying that they're fully 100% compliant with federal TEA laws or state laws for special education. And in my own personal experience, I don't believe that's true. I believe the data has been tampered with. I had an evaluation. I've been requesting evaluations since February 2015. In November 2015, they accepted it. They didn't sign a contract with me until January. Now it's April. This should have been done in roughly 30 days. A reasonable amount of time is what the law says. It's now April 12th. Until yesterday, I didn't know that one of the evaluations was done. Another one's been completed, and one of the third evaluations that were all requested at the same time hasn't even been started. So I can't ask for more services for my daughter, and we shouldn't be going to ours to discuss this stuff until all of the data's in. And there's no reason it should take 6 months. There's no reason it should take a year. That's not the law. And I believe that other parents are having the problem that I'm having. I've spoken publicly a few times now. I feel like I'm getting better at it. Tonight, when I wrote this speech, I've worked on it hard for the last 24 hours. I've also timed myself to see how fast I can say it. So if you saw that I didn't make eye contact and I didn't pause, it's because I don't want them to cut me off. I actually ended up with a little extra time at the end, and that positive stuff that I added, and I said, you know, I would be happy, I'm more than happy to come up and to speak publicly and to go on the news stations and to speak at school board meetings and say positive things. I've done it in the past, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't have a lot of positive experiences to share. I would be more than happy to do that if they're willing to negotiate with me. Moody, I'm one of the parents in the district who as a child has been affected by the problems with evaluations. I see that tonight the district is going to present a PowerPoint presentation telling us all of how they've worked diligently to fix these problems and that they've finally reached 100% compliancy. We'll watch them smile and boast about the accomplishments and hear thank you for all of their hard work in fixing the problems that were created after neglect, whenever neglected to fix this in a reasonable amount of time. I'm coming up here tonight to say that I do not believe that this is trustworthy. My own personal experience is littered with examples of times the district employees have scheduled meetings knowing the parents cannot attend, but scheduled the meetings anyway, knowing that it would be rescheduled past the point of their compliancy timeline. But since they held the meeting, they can check that box. The district often comes to ours with inaccurate paperwork, and the people invited to the ARD meetings that are necessary don't always show up, which means that the meetings, again, technically are compliant because the meeting was held, although no one can accomplish what's needed without the need to reconvene at a later date. In February 2015, I began requesting independent evaluations to be performed outside of the district. They're called IEEs. It took until November 2015 for KISD to accept 2 IEs and 1 initial sensory evaluation. The contracts to complete these assessments were not prepared until January 7, 2016, nearly 1 full year after my initial request began. I've spoken about this struggle before, and until today, no school board member, superintendent, or district employees followed up with me. As of yesterday, only 2 of the 3 evaluations has been completed. 1 hasn't even been started. It's safe to say that this is an unreasonable amount of time. Worse still, yesterday I received an evaluation that has been withheld from me since the 28th of last month. This sensory evaluation contains no names, only positions of people supposedly contributing to these evaluations. 1 position, however, is identifiable. It's that of my daughter's music teacher, who's reported as saying that he has experienced no issues in the classroom with her. I am unsure of how a person uncertified to perform a sensory evaluation could be cited in a report without their knowledge. I've contacted his teacher only to find out that he had no prior consult of this evaluation. He was never contracted about these matters by district officials. He said he had no behavioral concerns, but he was never questioned about sensory concerns, which is a totally different evaluation. I just want to reiterate that this is falsified information put into a legal document, supposedly from a teacher who has no knowledge of the evaluation being in progress. This is not what 100% compliancy looks like. I would love to come up here and speak and just say good things about my experience in the district, and I promise you, if someone will work with me to make some resolutions, I will be more than happy to do that. I will go to the paper and I will say that my daughter is receiving appropriate services. But right now, I can't say that.